Hey guys, so I'm going to continue my full-time home on wheels build today, and what I need to work on today is the bed. And in typical cheap tiny campers fashion, I got some used stuff that I'm going to use. So I got this bed frame with drawers underneath, and I got that for free off Craigslist or OfferUp, I don't remember. I got this foldable mattress that I had. It's like a little guest mattress laying around the house that we never use, so I'm going to reuse that. And I got something new too. I got this sleeping bag that I'm actually going to, instead of using sheets for blankets and sheets, I'm going to use a sleeping bag this time. And you could see why I want to switch to this format, because it's so small and compact, and to clean it up you just shove it in the bag. So I'm going to try to make all these things fit. I'm going to cut down this bed to make it fit this mattress. Going to cut down the drawers underneath to whatever shape I need, and it's going to go right on top right over here. Alright, so I decided to go with my old exercise mat instead because of the size. It's a little bit smaller. You can see this is a full twin bed, and this is just me. Let's take a look at that portable guest mattress. This would actually be the length of a twin, but you can see it's that much wider, and the space is nice, but right now I'm not going to use it because I want to save a little bit more space. But I'm gonna use my wing technique to give me a little bit more space with this bed. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so you can see it is that much of a twin and that short of a twin. And for a guy who's only 5'8", this is going to be fine. Let me show you. This pad is 6 feet. So it should be the perfect fit for me. I could actually scoot up more. So I have about that much space if I want to scoot up. But it's fine for me. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it off. Give myself some margin. So I'm going to chop it off right there. My eyeball says that's close enough, so I'm going to chop this off, and I'm going to chop it off here all the way down. First, I'm going to remove all the screws to all the slats. There's quite a few screws to get through. Then now I'm going to remove the slats so I could cut them. Take out these nuts from the bolts so I could remove the headboard and the footboard. Alright, so everything is taken apart, so now I'm going to chop it all down to size. I'm only going to use one headboard, and the other side I'm probably just going to use plywood because that's all the space I have. Alright, I got the slats all cut down, I got the rails. Now this is the hard part. I'm going to cut down the headboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down a chunk according to the size I need, and then I'm going to patch that chunk. Well, hopefully that will go okay. Alright, since I cut off that much off the slat, I know I need to cut that much off. So I'm going to chop a chunk out of this sucker. Got the other half. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to mend these guys together. Alright, I'm going to use some stainless steel screws, some plywood, put it right there, and some glue on the bottom. Did I mention I make stuff up as I go along? right, got it done. So now the patch, hopefully it'll hold. You know what? I should put a piece on this side too. If I do that, then there's no doubt. All right, no doubt now, that will hold. All right, so that side is gonna look like this, and this back side will go over here. So I have to work around what I already did. So I'm gonna just put the bar across, and then I'll put the posts up later according to whatever space I have. Okay, so for this back side, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna cut a little notch to fit just this back rail. I'm not going to do a whole footboard, headboard like that, just the rail across. And I'll need just a little bit of this to make it happen. All right, so I got that cut out. Now I'm gonna drill it in. All right, I got that in, and I screwed in the top. That's the way it looks. So let's install it and see how it looks in the car. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is going to work back here to elevate it so that it's even with the front. And that space under there, that's all drawer storage. So I may chop down the legs back there if it's too high. So I'm going to test all the height and see if it's alright. Alright, so this is the way it sits, and there's the headroom. And you know what? As a bed, it's going to be fine, but as a bench, it's a little too high, so I don't want to break anything. So as a bench, you know, it's going to be too high because I'm already hitting my head. So I need to lower it. So I knew I wasn't lucky enough that it's perfect, but now I'm going to have to cut the legs. All right, chopped off those legs. For better or for worse, they're off. The pad's back on. Well, good thing I got some backup pads. Okay, let's put it up. All right, so it looks like it's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be something like this now. And that is a more manageable height. So let's work on that. Okay, so I'm not really happy with how much space this bed is taking up. In my mind, it wasn't so big, but it's bigger than it needs to be, and I actually already made it smaller by choosing the smaller mattress. So I'm going to try to remedy that by giving me the ability to slide this bed in and out. I want to be able to access my bath area. And I want to be able to give myself not only more room by sliding the bed out, but I could access my power stuff when I need to. So that's the idea. So I'm going to build a little frame right here to allow this bed to slide in and out like that. I know, it's kind of crazy, but let's give it a shot. Alright, so I made this little frame thing. And what it's going to do is going to allow me to slide this bed in and out. So if I need to access my electronics, I can do that. But mainly, I want to be able to access my shower too. So that's the way it's going to look. Now I'm going to put on the slats, and then I'm going to work on the drawers. All right, the slats are in. That's the way it's looking. So it's good. The slats are, of course, it's going to make this bed even more stable than it was before. Not that there was an issue with it. Okay, so now the drawers. The drawers that came with this bed has some rollers underneath, and I actually do not want the rollers because I don't want them sliding around. So I'm going to take off the rollers, and if I'm really lucky, it'll just fit. But probably not. I'm going to have to cut something. I knew I wouldn't be lucky, but I'm hoping that if I could just cut out this lip on the bottom, when everything's flat, it'll fit. So let's cut that off and give it a shot. All right, so I cut that off and it looks like it just barely made it over here, but on over here, it won't make it. See, it's missing it by just a little bit, but that's actually going to be okay because, you know, you can see I can't fit 2 full drawers the way I had it set up anyway. So the second drawer I'm going to need to hack up. So I'm going to do the other drawer right there, and I'm going to hack it up. All right, so that's how the drawers look. You know, my floors are a little uneven, so I had to compensate for that, but here's the cut. There's the drawer. It'll just kind of go in like that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some felt padding on the bottom so that it slides a little bit smoother, and then we'll get the mattress up. Okay, so I put a liner of carpet just to make it a little bit softer, since the exercise mat, it's not a real thick mattress. All right, let's give it a shot. Seems pretty comfortable, and you know, it's just enough room. It's not a lot of room, but it's just enough. I may add an extra wing like I did on my couples camper, and I may not, because there's just enough room. So for now, I think it's good. So the last thing is the blanketing. So I got a down comforter, and it's good to what? I think it says you're comfortable between 26 Fahrenheit and 55 Fahrenheit. But the nice thing is I wanted something that just packs away really small. I don't know how to pronounce that. Keyser. You can see it does pack away pretty small. So this sleeping bag, it's a square bag. It's not like, you know, a little funnel like a lot of the backpacking ones are. So that I like. All right, and it looks like it fits my mat perfectly. That's kind of dumb luck. All right, so you just climb in, stuff it in the bag. Pretty easy. Okay, so now that the full weight is on it, I want to test how easily this slides in and out. And it still slides pretty easily, and I could access my stuff and clean out sawdust that I left behind and stuff like that. But anyways, nice and neat. Push it in so you could access your bathing area and storage. You could come here and do maintenance on your electronics. Well, you guys know what time it is. It's Miller time.